is just fantastic.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. I noticed on Twitter, courtesy of my lovely mod Leona, that Imallexx had recently livestreamed. Sadly, the livestream in question isn't there anymore. I took the liberty of looking at his main channel, Imallexx, and the only upload is from 3 weeks ago, the My Response, and he has livestreamed there twice since making a return to YouTube. Neither are the stream with the clips I want to show you today. On the Alex Elmsley channel, which is the channel he uses more than the main channel, he has uploaded 4 times since coming back to YouTube. Now, I had believed his intention would be to proceed on this channel rather than the main channel. Why? Because he was more using this channel anyway. He was mostly using this channel anyway before he was cancelled by Alice. Before accusations came to light, we're not going to be going through that again. She released 750 pages on him and there's a lot of very damning evidence against him. I keenly await his 3-part, 4-hour movie per part, debunking, quote, debunking all of that, in 5 years' time. Instead, I want to highlight something about his activity. Now, for somebody who used to get hundreds of thousands of views on his content, he is slowly creeping down towards the oikery, like myself. Congratulations. I've never been cancelled, you have, and you're now, well, getting closer to me. A very small part of me would dread to think what happens to someone like myself if I ever did get cancelled. I dread because it doesn't get much worse, right? Right? Okay. Before we get into the subject, yesterday in the Foodie Beauty video I promoted Sons of Acronia, a trading card game. The reason why is because I, in the not so near future, maybe near future? I think it's the near future now actually, will be getting my own card. How exciting! If you want to support the channel, click the link in the description or in the pinned comment, they're both there, and use the, spelt incorrectly, code Cthulhu. Thank you. So because I couldn't find the live stream on either his main or his backup channel, or any other channel for that matter, I went to Twitter. I typed in Imallexx, and the results from my search yielded comments, some speculation, something we can sink our teeth into briefly. For example, I legitimately just saw someone say that Imallexx has been exposed for racism. He's been racist for years, and you're only now just figuring that out. In his first response, coming back, he did acknowledge his edgier past, where he would say racial slurs. I'll be honest with everyone here, and I'm sure I might get a dislike or two. Doesn't. I don't really care. He's a twink. Let him think he's big and large. He is not big and large. The only thing big and large about him is his subscriber count and his collection of bricks. Ignoring loose score, because they're replying to others, including Carvos. Carvos had tweeted back on April the 8th about the dismissing the situation as both were bad as each other argument stuff. We don't need that. Shelley, though, what if the content cop is on Imallexx? Now this is possible. There was a video doing its round, a very short clip, of what looked like iDubbbz putting on the content cop outfit or getting off a coat hanger. If that were true, honestly, I would watch it. I almost did years ago, a content constable on Imallexx. In fact, he was my intended target instead of Social Repose. But it was the request of the person I was collaborating with, Irate Alex, to do Social Repose instead because he believed Social Repose would do better on views. In retrospect, I think Imallexx would have been a better target, and Social Repose and I get on well, so we're actually cool. He follows me, he's lovely. Underneath that, a reply to, well, somebody, it's actually a thread which we'll go to, starts with Samuel with a clip. Now we'll get to the clip in a minute. Alice replied to this by saying, God, yeah, the threats were just so funny, weren't they, Alex? Haha. Disgusting. Reply from Nick Diorio. I think this is the first time he even mentioned the brick directly. Wild. Alice speaks volumes that all he even does is, is laugh. Apparently Alex has a subreddit, and I didn't know this. Now I don't use Reddit, so this could well be a catastrophic moment situation type deal for me. I do not know how to use this place. Forgive anything we go through. The first one of interest, unpopular opinion, I think he's doing the best he can. Feel free to disagree. I think on paper things are a lot easier than they are in the moment. And while mistakes got made, he's doing a hell of a lot more than most of us probably could. I mean, imagine if your most embarrassing moments in your past relationships got put out for millions of people to see and start hating him. People hated him long before this. Hell, I did a documentary video on him after the content constable, and yeah, no, he a dick. I'm not sure half of us could even recover. I'm not surprised he took a year off, and frankly his streams are genuinely quite wholesome at the moment. I do think we need to move on. Both the people spewing hate and the people spewing love. Constant reminders at our mistakes, I can imagine being extremely harmful to your bleh. As I scrolled down, I saw pictures taken from, I believe, Instagram. From his Imallexx Instagram, and people are speculating he has a new bird to brick, referencing whether he should steal a pair of glasses and then later he stole a pair of glasses. As we continue our scrolling through this wasteland of I don't know what it is, saw this comment and it's genuinely so true. Does anyone else agree? In no way an excuse, just wondering if anyone else thinks this. The comment, deadass, I think Alex is on the spectrum and never learned how to live with it, so he slowly over time built all this bad energy up, while also having his ego blow up due to the UK YouTube scene praising him before all this stuff got exposed. This ain't me trying to justify anything, but I can see the signs. There may be a point to this, because he did blow up in that area. The UK YouTuber scene, he latched onto it. Don't forget the podcasts, the channels he was a part of. E-Boys, wasn't that one of them? He latched onto all of that. He featured in Sidemen videos as well. He got his opportunities. And that undoubtedly gave, and would have given anyone, an ego boost. However, as the person here says, not trying to justify, but the signs are there. He may well be on the spectrum, but I'm not a doctor. As far as I'm concerned, until diagnosed, he's just an arsehole. Nothing more than that. The last one of interest. Can't believe only 10 months ago, I wanted to get a tattoo of this man on my body. If you got that picture and put it side by side with Smeagol, yeah, you could make a comparison. Quick thing. Does anyone ever really want to get a picture of a YouTuber put on their body? Considering how easy it is to get cancelled every day, is it really worth it? The answer, by the way, should be no, just to be clear. I've never once thought about getting, for example, my own avatar put on me. Why? Because I'm not that guy. I've got stuff. I've got a play button. There's my proof that I've been a YouTuber. I don't need, beyond more play buttons, which I'd love to earn on alternate channels, I don't need any more proof than that. If anyone ever wanted a picture of Imallexx on their body, you need to get tested for everything. You're welcome. I'm going to avoid the subreddit now and continue on with our merry day. So, Samuel had earlier tweeted a 44-second clip. Imallexx said he had a brick phone, so I made a joke. Imallexx responded to said joke and became unstable and started uncontrollably laughing at random. We're going to go through that. It is not the longest clip, but mercifully, much like many things in life, it is not the length of what you are using, but how you use what you have. There's a size doesn't matter joke here, isn't there? Tasteful.
I used to just have a brick phone. That was one of the first things that happened when I got like my first YouTube paycheck. Yeah, brick phone, Samuel. That is very funny.
So there are a couple of ways of addressing this before I can show you a bit more of his manic laughter. Firstly, throughout the stream he was answering all comments that he could get to. He did have this on the screen if you tried to interact, so you had to be on topic and respectful. But we don't like rules now, do we now, folks? When it comes to the term brick phone, that is an old antiquated term many of us have heard if we grew up in the 90s and before. I had a brick phone. It was indestructible, made by Alcatel, and then I had a 3310, a much smaller brick. In the context of what Alex has taken much heat for, the clip of him threatening to harm somebody, Alice, with a brick, yeah, this optics don't help him here. So it can be argued in that moment to be a very tasteless thing for him to latch onto and try and laugh off. From what I saw on the subreddit, and you saw it too, people believe he is being more wholesome on his live streams. This does not help him. Being able to see the funny side in what you say that is violent and horrid, ABUSIVE, and yes, I'm mispronouncing things on purpose, because thank you YouTube for age restricting content, makes you look like you're trying to cope a bit. I don't know if I can put cope and seethe in the title again. It's not a good look, basically, in the context of it being Alex. His past undoes it. But the term brick phone is a term many of us will have heard of.
I didn't think about that. Oh god, I can't say that anymore. Oh no, man. I'm gonna call it something else, like a rock phone.
Oh, I can tell you're uncomfortable. I like that you've realised you have that ability at least to notice you can't say certain things anymore. The word brick is certainly up there. Brick phone's not really used much these days. Phones are far too, flat. They are quite wide though, so I guess there is a chance you could include it in that respect. For the sake of this though, it really does make you look like you're trying a bit hard to seem personable with your chat. In this instance, a troll.
Oh man, me. That was my Monday. It was good. I put the bins out.
I've been wondering for a while, and maybe people can help me out here. Does anyone think Alex has a job away from this now? I only ask because he's been gone for a while, yet he was getting a lot of views. There's always a chance he made enough money to never really have to think about it ever again, but at the same time, when you want to be online enough that you come back, that tells me you perhaps aren't doing as well. Or you are chronically online and desperately need this because it's all you've got. Your claim to fame is this. Maybe someone was in the chat that can help me with that part.
Oh, fucking Jesus Christ.
I'm going to go with my first posited idea that this might not have been a good idea to laugh at, because in the online space it will just be used against you. You have to come to the realization eventually that you can't ever win, and in this I don't believe Alex ever could. I don't think Alex could ever get to a point where he'll have more likes to dislikes. I think it'd be like Miranda Sings, Colleen Ballinger. It might start to shift, but the negativity will always be there because Alex. Attrition might well succeed for someone like Alex, but it would take years. And Alex was called out for being a snake right at the very beginning by the likes of Keemstar, who right now is still undoubtedly riding high from being vindicated when Alex got cancelled, and then summarily proven to be the absolute, well, brick that he is. Now there's one more clip I want to show you, and it ties in with what I've just said.
One of the reasons why it's easy to ignore a lot of the stuff in the chat is because like it's never going to end. So like, I answer any of these questions and...
See, even Alex agrees with me. That's how you know this is never going to stop. And I'm not wishing for it to end or to continue. I'm not wishing on anything. I'm merely highlighting the consequence and reality. Because at this stage, there's just too much out there against Alex for Alex to ever truly banish, debunk, address. Alex may well claim otherwise, but don't bother. You're not smart enough.
It's never going to stop, is it, really? So, what's the point? There's no point. Crashing out? Mate, I don't know it's crashing out, just to say something perfectly ordinary.
In this we agree. He's not crashing out, he's addressing commentary. There's not much he can say to it beyond addressing it. People might want to try and get a emotive response from someone who once looked like an emo, but it's not like, because he looks like a stoner now. The lazy sort of demeanour doesn't really give off much. And I can understand people thinking that, oh, maybe he is crashing out. Don't clickbait your titles by saying that, alright? He didn't crash out. From the clips I saw, okay, he's on the back foot. Nothing more, really. He's addressing comments, making jokes. He doesn't really do that well. So, what can you expect beyond that? Crashing out is like where you're meant to actually go a bit funny, lose it, get angry. Doesn't qualify in this case. But of course I could be wrong, and that's where all you wonderful viewers, all three of you, come into it. Do tell me in the comments down below what you think about Alex trying to persist in a liver format, which may well suit him, because then he doesn't have to pretend to be something he's not, like a good person. As a final thing, I'm going to be streaming on Twitch tonight, some American Truck Simulator. If I don't see you there, have a wonderful day. Thank you all very much for listening. Ta-ta, everyone.